Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Thank you for being here today again. Today I wanted to introduce you to my little space, my digital space. And I wanted to talk about something that I believe it's strong, that we all need to have. And it's the power of the mindset and how to unlock the power of the mindset. I'm going to give you 6 tips that have tremendously helped me, and I hope it does the same thing to you. And make sure you stick around until the end because the last one is my favorite. The first tip that I want to give you is practicing gratitude daily. Gratitude is something that has so much power to our minds and what it can do for us, because it can help us reflect on the things that we're grateful for, the things that we take for granted a lot of times, even the smallest victories. Waking up to a beautiful sunshine, waking up to a roof over our heads and food in our stomachs, to warmth. Other people don't have that. So having the ability to be grateful on a daily basis can really go a long way. One of the things that I like to do personally is to journal. I journal like crazy. Every single day I find 10 things that I'm grateful for, and I always try to find different reasons, different things to look for when to be grateful. Because the more I do this practice, the more I realize I have things. I shift my perspective into the positive and remove the negative thoughts. It's a powerful tool to use on a daily basis. The second thing that I would suggest that you do is to challenge your negative thoughts. Practice identifying those negative thoughts and patterns and knowing when they're coming, how they're coming, and how to remove them. For example, when you have those thoughts that say, I can't do this, you can replace it by, I may not be able to do this now, but I will learn how to do it with effort and I will be able to do it later. It's not necessarily not being able to do it, but acknowledging that even though you don't know how to, you will learn it. The negative thoughts arise all the time. If you really think about it in a whole day, how many negative thoughts you have? Tons. But the best way that I've been able to, like I said, change the mindset is through meditation. So when I'm doing mindful meditation, that's when the negative thoughts arise a lot. And I am very hyper focused on those thoughts. And I pay attention not because I believe them, but because I want to see where it's coming from and how I will replace it with something positive. So removing those negative thoughts is a key, and acknowledging and knowing when they're coming is also key. But not accepting them as yours, because that is like a third person telling you in your head, you can't do this or you're not good enough. Those thoughts are not yours. So if you accept them as yours and this is how I feel or this is how I believe, then of course that's how you're going to believe. But if you see these thoughts and just let them flow away and say, well, I may not be good enough today, or I may not be good enough for this, but I am good enough for that. Or no, my value is a lot higher than this. And you have that self-talk with yourself, it will go miles. The third thing that I would suggest is to set clear and achievable goals. Setting goals is going to give your mind a clear target to work for and look towards and have a purpose. Breaking down the goals in a way that it's very manageable. Celebrate your progress along the way. Reinforce your growth-oriented mindset that thrives with accomplishments. Create a vision board, and that was one of the things that I think made a huge difference in my life, was creating visually what I wanted to achieve, what my goals were, where I wanted to go. And having that visually has drastically changed my mindset, because now I'm looking to something, I'm going forward to something specific. So that is another powerful tool, because I'm a visual person, so I need to make sure there's something visible that I know I'm going for. Another thing is writing it in a journal. Let's say that you have specific goals that you want to achieve. Write it down in a way that it can be trackable and that you can see your progress throughout time until you achieve your goals. The fourth thing is to cultivate a growth mindset. Embrace your challenges. Learn and grow rather than obstacles. View failures as valuable lessons that propel to move you forward rather than setbacks. So everything that you have, everything that you go through, especially negative things, bad things, things that hold you back, look at them as an opportunity, as a challenge to grow from that and move forward. Something very small, for example, well, it's not technically small, but it's personal, is that I went through 2 divorces, not 1, but 2. And those 2 divorces really were hard in different ways, but I grew from them because I was able to observe them for how it was bad, but learn from them and move forward with my life in a way that it does not affect me in a negative way, but has put me in another level in my life on, for example, what to look for in a partner or how to succeed in marriages and relationships. That is a type of mindset, the growth mindset that you need to conquer, that you need to grow within you. Number 5 would be practice positive self-talk. Your inner dialogue significantly influences your mindset. What do you tell yourself on a daily basis? If you have that mindset where I can't do this, I'm not good enough, I don't know how to, I'm scared, I'm so fearful, that dialogue with yourself will put all the obstacles in place so you will not achieve your goals. You will not get in life where you want to be. But instead, if you replace self-criticism with self-compassion and encouragement, these are tools that are so necessary for your growth and for your self-love. It is important that you tell yourself the things that you would tell your best friend, the things that you would tell somebody that you love. You wouldn't tell somebody you love, oh, you're not good, you're miserable, you're this, and say all the bad things about them. Would you? I wouldn't think so. Act with yourself. Treat yourself the way you would treat a best friend. Be compassionate, be caring, be soft to yourself. Treat yourself with kindness and understanding, especially during challenging times. Surround yourself with people also that are positive and want your success. That is a key as well. Because let's say you have good relationship with yourself and you have high value of yourself. But if you're surrounded by people who always put you down, then at the end of the day, you might end up believing what they say and act on it. So it is crucial that as much as you're working on your self-talk and your self-dialogue and wanting to grow within yourself in a positive, mature, loving way, that you also have people around you that are encouraging you to be kind to yourself, that they are kind to you, that they are respectful to you and treating you with love and value. These are the things, not only for them, but for you, that will unlock the power of your mindset to another level. And lastly, practice mindful meditation. The mindful meditation helps center your thoughts and emotions, promoting clarity and resilience. Take time each day to quiet your mind. Focus on your breathing and observe your thoughts without any judgment. Like I was saying earlier, it's so important to see those thoughts come through, but from a perspective where you're in peace. When you do the mindful meditation, you kind of connect, you connect with your higher self. So you want to see your negative thoughts and emotions through the eyes and the lenses of that higher self. Because when you do that, what happens is you're compassionate and loving to that other side of you that is scared, fearful, that is your ego. And you're able to persuade the negative side into being removed like it's a third person that doesn't belong there. So this practice enhances your self-awareness and emotional regulation. essential for maintaining a positive mindset. I try to do 2 times a day, and I don't do them long. I do a very short one in the morning while everybody's sleeping. Well, just me and my daughter, but in the morning I try to do a small one, maybe 5-10 minutes, and then in the evening. Those two make me go to sleep in peace and loving myself, and then waking up hoping to have a wonderful day. It just kind of it sets the tone for the rest of the day. So those are the things that I think will really increase the power of your mindset in a way that you can achieve inner peace, inner love, and success. I hope you liked this content, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up, and also join the channel if you want to see more of this content and a lot more, and visit my website, which is going to be left in the description below. Thank you for sticking around, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.